Hi there, my name is Mariella Reuser and I'm currently a senior lecturer for Leeds Beckett, and I'm also doing my PhD and I'm currently in my second year. So I started my career at Rockstar Games. There on the left hand side in the bottom you can see an example of my work for Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm interested in AI art, that is art generated by artificial intelligence. This is my PhD title, which admittedly is very long, but this is what it means. So I am testing the validity of AI generated art as a methodology or research tool for feminist participatory action research. So FPAR addresses power inequities by treating research participants as co-producers of the research. Participants are knowledgeable and active subjects during every stage of the research process. You may have heard of AI art already. Here on the left-hand side, we've got a very realistic looking image of the Pope wearing a Balenciaga puffer jacket. So AI art is basically like an algorithm which trails the internet for all sorts of imagery and makes a new image out of that. So the user types in text prompts, for example, Pope Balenciaga jacket, and then an image will roll out. So we've got the Spartans here taking a selfie, ready for battle. Text prompts would have been Spartans taking a selfie before battle, and a beautiful realistic image will roll out. People have a lot of fun this way. You've got communities dedicated to prompt crafting, and together they imagine things, beautiful things, to come up with all sorts of imaginative scenarios and have a lot of fun while they're doing it. AI art models not only generate realistic looking images, but also expressive painterly artwork, such as this example. This image took first place in the digital category at the Colorado State Fair. It was entered by a digital artist, and this person had only really used an AI generator to create the image and not painted this from scratch. So there is a lot of uproar about AI art at the moment, a whole dialogue going on the internet and media. That's definitely something that I need to mention at an early stage, ethics and AI art. So AI art is biased. It relies on existing artwork for its dataset, images that are already out there on the internet. So for example, this is a test that I ran here on the right hand side. So my text prompt was menopause, just menopause. And 10 out of 10 times the algorithm showed me an image of a white, slender, and elderly woman, an expression usually angry, portrayed next to a clock or next to a fan. So an incredibly sort of biased portrayal of menopause, hot flushes, being old, and also she was always white and always slender. So that is something that I have to consider in my PhD, and also currently there is a class action lawsuit being filed against AI art models for violating copyright. We'll see what happens with that, but this is why I'm interested, because there is a real dialogue surrounding AI art. Everybody has an opinion. It is a very exciting field. So how can we use this quite controversial tool for good? So I think I have found a way, at least that's what I am going to research, of using AI art models for a good transformative purpose. So I guess it was myself, who discovered this good therapeutic effect of using AI art generated models. So I was diagnosed myself a few years ago with PMDD, which has been described as PMS on steroids. So basically after your ovulation, right up until your periods, I experience physical discomfort as well as mental health issues, intrusive thoughts, depression, anxiety. Since now at 38, I have started to think that this might actually be symptoms of the perimenopause. So in this very dark time, I started experimenting with AI art models and typed in my symptoms. So I typed in loneliness, in pain, misunderstood, and as well as my physical symptoms. For example, I was getting these weird electric shocks in my neck and a fizzy, crampy, itchy feeling in my legs. So I typed that in as a text prompt, and an image rolled out, a very beautiful painterly image that really resonated with me. And for the first time, I felt seen. I had been to doctors before. I felt misunderstood, but this particular image made me feel seen. To me, this image represents that when I'm in luteal phase, something else takes over. I may be going about my business, but then all of a sudden I might be visited by this monster, this demon that sometimes I feel I have inside of me, and that obviously is down to my hormonal changes. But this image right there, it accurately represents how I feel during this stage in my cycle. What am I hoping to achieve for this research? First of all, this is arts-based research in conjunction with the NHS South West Yorkshire Partnership. I'm setting up a collaboration with a psychologist there because obviously I'm an artist, but I'll need to be informed by psychology practice as well. The ultimate aim is to create an art exhibition and a video game or an app in collaboration with the patient community. I'm especially interested in women's health and menopause as well. I know we are not patients, we are just women going through a stage in our lives, but nonetheless we are a community of people experiencing the same health concern. So I'm hoping to bring to light the lived experience of going through menopause and ultimately reducing stigma surrounding this. And this research is quite innovative because I'm introducing AI into the art making process. And we can just use these text descriptions, these text prompts, so non-artists will be able to generate high-quality artworks depicting their lived experience. The art exhibition aims to motivate policymakers to bring about change, so I'm hoping to exhibit these images I'll make with the patient community in the town hall, for example, and then with those images create an app as well, which involves stories by menopausal women, and take a positive attitude towards the disorder or the symptoms that we are having by highlighting coping strategies for menopausal women and their loved ones. So I've underpinned this with the following methodology. Photo voice, this is a participatory action research strategy, and this enables participants to control a photographic process in order to express, reflect and communicate their everyday lives and share their perspectives and analysis and really show what they are going through. So this is an example. It all started in the 90s by a researcher called Caroline Wang. So a few photo voice examples here depicting Chinese women in the countryside, and these images brought to light that these women were working in dismal circumstances. They were working with chemicals while they were carrying babies on their back. So this research brought to light that they were working in bad circumstances, and as a result action was taken. So my case is that Photo Voice 2.0, Photo Voice 2023, is AI generated imagery. So when guided by this participatory action research methodology, Photo Voice holds this immense potential to amplify communities' voices, but obviously only sort of the outside world. So, for example, if you were to give me a camera and I take pictures of my daily life, I look quite privileged. However, when we use AI art generated imagery, we're not only showing the outside of our daily lives, but actually our mind. By typing in text prompts depicting our symptoms and experiences, we can actually uncover what's not visible to a camera, the patient's mind. Also, by using these text prompts, non-artists, people who can't draw paints, can convey their lived experience without actually having to have any art skills as such. So some more examples here. In these examples, I'm exploring further symptoms, brain fog, the nerve shocks I'm getting, and out rolls this compelling image of what it sort of feels like to go through all these brain zaps. And another example here of that sort of ominous feeling that I am getting when I'm headed up for my period. I'm currently looking for other women who want to get stuck in with this. I'm looking for a research community, women who suffer with mental health due to psycho-related disorders or the menopause. 7 to 10 people, and I'll do workshops online and face-to-face to include prompt crafting or how to generate AI art effectively and interactive storytelling, because the ultimate aim is to also create an app or a video game that will teach our loved ones how to cope with our symptoms. It takes a positive approach to the menopause and psycho-related health. I just wanted to reiterate that the participants are co-producers within the FPAR framework. So participants will be involved in the research, design and the exhibition planning, the ultimate aim being, in addition to an app, also an exhibition in a prominent space. So you'll be involved in planning for that. I do appreciate it will take a little bit of time. I'm currently applying for all sorts of funding, so please get in touch with me. Please contact me on LinkedIn and I'll get you added to an email list. Many thanks for giving this a listen, and I hope to hear from you in the near future.